You know the world's officially gone full-on mouth breather when Amazon looks at James Bond, the most famous gun-carrying spy on Earth, and says, "Guns are yucky," and removes guns from the movie posters. I'm not joking. They literally went through Bond's movie artwork and erased the guns, airbrushed them out like they were cleaning graffiti instead of deleting one of the most iconic symbols in film history. That's right, a spy movie about a guy who shoots people for a living, but God forbid you see the gun on the poster. That's like releasing a Fast and Furious poster without cars, or Star Wars poster without lightsabers because someone might feel unsafe looking at glowing swords. And the wild part, the gun is in the damn logo for the franchise. Guns are literally baked into the DNA of the franchise. They didn't just erase a prop, they erased the identity, and it's gross. If they really wanted to modernize Bond, you know what they should have done? Fix his terrible trigger discipline. Because he clearly had the trigger discipline of a toddler. Now that I'd actually respect. Teach Bond to keep his finger off the trigger until he's ready to fire. But no, they decided to go on a complete pew-pew life erasure and deleted the one thing that gave this franchise its edge, because without it, James Bond is just a less cool version of a British Bruce Wayne without a batsuit and gets all his money from the government. And yes, I know Bruce Wayne doesn't use guns either, but his daddy does. So here's what happened. According to Variety, Amazon Prime Video has quietly taken down James Bond artwork after getting backlash online from fans who spotted that 007's gun had been airbrushed out. Then The Guardian wrote, Amazon has withdrawn a series of digitally modified James Bond posters after criticism from removing guns from iconic images. And The Verge said the controversial new posters have quietly been replaced with movie steals. Translation: they made it weird, got called out, and quietly tried to clean up their mess. Like come on, look at these posters. Bond standing there like he's posing for a bootleg Brooks Brothers catalog. No gun, no edge, no menace, just weird British fashionista vibes. As someone who actually knows guns, it's hilarious and disturbing. The Walther PPK isn't just an accessory, it's Bond's character in metal form. You take that away and he's not a super spy, he's just a guy who smells like expensive cologne and bad decisions. What's next? You gonna change the signature vodka martini to a espresso martini with a cute Instagram friendly little bubble on top of it? It's already bad enough Daniel Craig, the most emo Bond in the history of the franchise, hated guns in real life. You can show me 2 hours of this dude shooting people in the face, but the poster can't show the gun? Imagine selling a steakhouse and hiding the fact that you serve meat. This is goofball behavior. This is what happens when corporations try to virtue signal instead of think. They're terrified of optics, so instead of letting Bond hold the thing that defines him, they digitally neuter him to make the PR team feel safe. You don't erase guns by removing them from the artwork. You just erase honesty. Now, in all seriousness, this right here is how culture gets rewritten in real time. They know guns are powerful, not just physically, but symbolically. So they don't fight them head on. They just slowly erase them from the frame. That's the game. First it's just the poster, then it's just the movie, then it's just the story. And before you know it, the only time you ever see a gun on screen is when it's in the hands of a villain. That's how you manipulate perception without ever passing a single law. You don't have to ban the gun, you just make them uncool by brainwashing people about them. Those aren't my words, those are his.
We just have to be repetitive about this. It's not enough to simply have a catchy ad on a Monday and then only do it every Monday. We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way. Brainwash people, brainwash people.
You turn the gun into something shameful, something invisible, something we used to see. Meanwhile, the rest of us who actually understand firearms are sitting here like, what exactly are we pretending here? You don't make the world safer by pretending the tool doesn't exist. You just make people more ignorant when they encounter them in real life. And then you wonder and ask questions about why gun accidents happen. You spend so much time and energy making people dumb about guns. And then when they do get them, they do dumb shit with them and then you're surprised. And this isn't just about Bond. It's about what happens when you let cultural cowardice dictate creativity. Bond's gun is a metaphor for agency, precision, and responsibility. Take that away and you're left with a hollow symbol, a man who used to mean something, now holding invisible air because someone's scared of a shape. We've gone from being a country that celebrates competence and confidence to one that's afraid of its own shadow, or in this case, the shadow of a firearm. If a fictional spy can't even hold a gun without someone clutching their pearls, it's not Bond that's the problem, it's us. So yeah, Amazon, if you really want to modernize Bond, don't erase his gun, just teach him how to handle it properly. But if you can't even stomach the image of one, maybe you shouldn't own a franchise that literally starts every movie with a camera looking down the barrel of one. Because at this point, you didn't just take away his weapon, you took away what made him Bond. And what's left after that? A neutered symbol in a tuxedo? A 00 with no trigger to pull? Congratulations, you've turned 007 into 00 nothing. So to all of the other entities that have an eye to purchase intellectual property such as James Bond and anything of the sort, don't do what Amazon did. Don't do that. It's just weird. And also, join the club. Join the club. Not just you all, but everybody. Join the club. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, join the anti-two-way social club. But yeah, right now available at shop.mrcolion.noir.com. I'm gonna put a link in the description section of this video. We have these in hats, we have them in shirts, we have them in drinkware. You can also purchase this beautiful AK hat as well. Kind of speaks for itself. I always thought that the AK had one of the best silhouettes in all of firearms. If you don't agree with me, debate me, bro. Debate me in the comment section. Go ahead. But anyway, check them out. Shop.mrcolion.noir.com. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together we can stop the suppression of our two-way rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.